y'all, it's your girl janeesamaria here, back with another video. And today you can see that our little background and aesthetic vibes a little bit different today because I'm trying something new. I'm getting a little bit out of my comfort zone as well. So yeah, I wanted to start off the new year doing something new for y'all and not just like, you know, vlogs and everything. I'm trying to think of some new things, and I've been inspired by a couple other YouTubers to do a girl talk with you guys. Was just for my girls, actually. I don't want it to be like nothing too crazy or anything. I just want it to flow naturally and just be natural topics to talk about for just us girls. So I'm really excited to start doing these. I feel like it's gonna be very helpful for me and for the girls, and I feel like it's just a good little open conversation that we can have. So yeah, you can see we got the little vibes. I'm in my robes, that we're comfy, we're cute and pink. I got me a little glass. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, ain't nothing in here. This is just orange juice. I don't have no more wine or nothing. Like, I actually ran out. So yeah, we're still gonna be cute though. That doesn't stop anything. So I got me some orange juice in here. Don't play with it. I got me some orange juice that I'm gonna be sipping on. I'm gonna be sipping on this. Y'all can get y'all something to sip on, something real to sip on if y'all want to. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it. I did ask on Instagram for some people to kind of just give like some topics and stuff that they wanted to talk about, or questions that you guys might have that you want me to answer. So I am going a little bit off of that, but I'm kind of gonna do like little episodes. So this is just gonna be episode 1 of our little girl talk. I wrote down some notes of just some things that I wanted to talk about with you guys. For this episode, I just kind of want to talk about just being independent, like living alone in my 20s, like how to stay like structured. I feel like that's all a part of independence to me, and then dating and relationships. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about. This is something that's really new for me because that means like with these girl talks, I am going to open up a little bit to y'all. And I'm not really good at that. I don't really open up to people, especially not to like the world, because like I feel like it's just some things that y'all don't need to know, but I'm gonna let y'all in just like a little bit to the things that y'all can know. Like, we going into the new year. It's time to be vulnerable. It's time to let people in. It's time to really just put yourself out there. So that's what we're gonna do. But first, we're gonna just talk about being independent and like living alone in my 20s. Okay, I feel like in order to talk about this, I kind of got to talk a little bit about growing up, like as me, because I feel like just like being independent like comes from how you were raised, like where you was raised, the environment you were raised in, who you were raised around. I feel like all of those things play a part in literally you being independent. So like for me, my mom was a single mom. Literally, she was just working. I've literally witnessed my mom working like 3 jobs at a time. Like, my mom was literally always like trying to do whatever she could to literally make sure that I got everything that I wanted and need. Like, she was like super mom. So like growing up, seeing her like literally like bust her ass working and everything like that, I'm like, okay, so now I see what I need to live up to. I see that I need to help my mom. I need to make sure that she's not working this hard. I need to be an independent black woman just like her, but 2.0. Because I gotta be better than my mom. Like, you know, like you gotta, like I feel like gotta like outdo the people before you. Like, I gotta outdo my parents. I gotta outdo my grandparents. Like, I have to literally, you know, it's supposed to get better with every generation. So I feel like it was always my duty to literally be better than her. But yeah, I feel like it just stems from like where you came from. Like growing up, I've always been like on my P's and Q's. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't a bad kid growing up. I did what I was supposed to. Like, I had my little moments like where I was sneaky and did stuff here and there because I had a strict mom. But like, for the most part, I would say I was a good child. But that's because like I literally always had a vision in my head that I knew that I wanted to come true. Like, I knew what I wanted to do very young. Even if it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, it was an idea of like, okay, I need to get here and here to be where I want to be. You know, even if I didn't know exactly what I wanted to be, it was kind of in the same spectrum. So literally, I'm from Pontiac, Michigan, for people who don't know. I was born and raised there. I literally left to California right after I graduated high school to go to college. I didn't take no no breaks or nothing. I went straight to college because I said, I'm getting out of Michigan. I feel like I can't thrive here. I know that if I want to be somebody, I need to leave. So that's what I did. I got up and left, and that's like literally where my independence journey kind of started. And mind you, like, even like before then, like I had a job at 15. Like I always wanted to work for myself, make my own money. Like when I was a kid, I was literally cutting up people's jeans. Like I was like selling like stuff. I was going to people's houses with my little nail kit. I was doing people's toes for money. Like I was not playing. I've always been like that kind of like businesswoman, even at like the age of 13. I was doing that like real young, before I was even allowed to have like a real job. It was on one. I'm trying not to rant, y'all, because I have a lot to say. I would say my independence started literally right when I got to California, really, and when I was on my own. So a lot of people, I feel like, consider like being independent is when you like paying your own bills, you take care of your stuff, you're not asking for your parents for nothing, like you kind of just doing it, right? So literally I started paying like my own rent literally after my first year of college. But then again, I was getting like financial aid checks and stuff like that, so that kind of helped me out. But when those stopped, it's kind of like it was up to me. So like I kind of always lived on my own. I wouldn't say I always lived alone in my 20s, because I had friends, I had roommates and everything. I literally always lived with them, and they were like great people to be around. That's one thing I'm very grateful for. If you don't have like a good support system or a good people around you, I definitely would say that you need to get those people around you, because like one of the prime reasons why I even grew the way I grew, or the things that I have learned, have came from the people around me. Like in my college, I had met some people that like we locked in. I have learned things from them. They have taught me things, even if they don't even know that they taught me things, like things that I didn't even see when I was in Michigan. Like Cali taught me culture. It taught me how to do that. It taught me like Cali. I owe a lot to Cali, because Cali really put me up there. I've always been like the girl who, like, I feel like I have to know how to get things on my own. I don't like to rely on somebody else for nothing, because for one, I don't like asking people for nothing. And the girls that are kind of like independent the same way, y'all could probably relate to me, because like literally I've always been the type where like, no, I don't want to ask this person for that. Like, no, you didn't help me get that. Nobody's about to say that you literally was the reason why I got what I got, because no, I worked for what I did. That's kind of how I've always been. I feel like it's kind of like a healthy and unhealthy thing to thinking like that. I feel like the healthy part is like, okay, you gonna make sure you always say, you gonna be always good, you gonna take things into your own hands. So it's like, if you mess up, it's on you. If you do good, it's on you. Like I feel like it will make you more proactive. It will make you just like on your toes, and you're not gonna play about yourself. But in a bad way, it's kind of like you won't allow other people to help you, or to be able to, you know, come into your life and do things for you that may be a blessing in your life, but you don't even know it. Because I have definitely blocked so many different blessings in my life, like without even knowing. Like even just like men, like we ain't even talk about the dating and relationships yet, but even just like with men, like certain men have tried to do things for me before, and I didn't let them. I'm like, no, it's okay, like I got it, like, you know. And I'm thinking like, because I got it, like, you know, that they shouldn't have to do it. But it's like, why not let this person do it? And I wish I was the type of person where I did let other people do things for me, because it has caused me a lot of stress in my life that I probably didn't even need to go through. Or even just like, I think it was just my pride too, because like, what do you mean? Like, okay, you want to do this for me? I could do that for myself, babe. Like, you know, but like, I didn't have to always think like that. But it was just kind of like how I was conditioned, because like, even like just growing up, like, first of all, I was the only child on my mom's side, but I had siblings on my dad's side. So growing up as the only child, it's like, okay, I'm literally the only one that like, I have to make it, because who else is gonna make it? Nobody. Like, there's nobody else to make it but me. So it's like everything, like the baton literally only falls to me to do everything. Even like, I was like growing up in my family, not to say like this, but you know how like they always say like we got the famous cousin, or we got the star cousin, or whatever. Like that was, I believe that was me. I believe that was me. Literally the person who was like, okay, doing good in school, getting this, doing that, like, oh, Janae doing this, like, okay, I was always expected to do good. So it's like I really didn't have room to fail. Like if I failed, I was so scared if I failed, then like I literally let everybody down. Like it was just like, even though it probably wasn't even that serious to everybody else, but in my head it was like it's up to me, you know? Like even like my little cousins like looking up to me when I left to go to college, like saying like, oh, I want to go do that too. Like it's like a lot of people in my family didn't even, you know, go to college or finish and do things that we're kind of like expected to do. And so it's like, okay, I have formed a certain level of independence because I had to, because I felt like I needed to be the visual representation of what we could be for this family. That's how I felt. And that's how I still feel. I still feel like I want to break generational curses. So that comes with literally having to be independent to do that. But that kind of just stemmed into a point where it's like, okay, I can still be independent and allow people to come in. And I'm not even talking independence doesn't even start like just that like financially. I feel like independence is mentally as well. It's physically. It's all of that. I feel like it's embodying like your whole entire self and how you carry yourself, especially as a woman. Especially as a woman. So yes, like, okay, it's okay to let people help you financially, but it's okay to also let people help you mentally, because not only was I'm like, okay, I got it, like even like with money or whatever, it's like, okay, I got it with like taking care of myself mentally, and it's like, okay, no, because I need to open up to somebody. I feel like if you're a girl and you know you are independent, I feel like a lot of y'all maybe can relate, but I'm kind of like the go-to person that everybody come to kind of just like put their baggage on. Like when somebody going through something, they come to me. If somebody needs to talk about something, if they need help with something, oh, go to Janae. And so it's like I'm literally helping everybody, but then again, it's like, okay, who's helping me? But then again, I'm not asking for no help because I'm just acting like I'm carrying it all. People don't even think that like you go through stuff when you're independent and when you're doing stuff because to the eyes of the world, like you got it because that's what you presented yourself as to everybody, is that you got it. So I'm just letting y'all know that it's okay to not have it sometimes. It's okay to not be fully independent. It's okay to depend on somebody else. Like I feel like that's where peace comes in. That's where peace of mind is coming in. That's where you could just flow naturally and feel like a feather and like a weight is just being lifted. And I would say that this year, that's where I kind of like, I let myself do that a little bit. I let like people come in to help me physically, mentally, financially, like, and I see the difference. And it's like, okay, Janae, it wasn't even that hard. You didn't even have to go through all that by yourself, but you chose to go through that by yourself. But there's nothing wrong with being independent, but just learn like how to kind of just like be the best of both worlds in a way, if that makes sense. Or at least like that's how I feel. Other people may feel different in how y'all want to carry yourself and what y'all want to allow somebody to do for you, or what you want to do for yourself. Because the girls who be like, oh, if a man gonna do it, like let him do it, he can do that, he can do this, like, oh, my parents can do this, can do that. Like I still don't 100% agree with y'all and feel that way, because like I just can't let somebody do everything. I just can't. Like I would never be that type of person that grow up and be like the housewife where like I'm just sitting at home and like cooking and cleaning and take care of the kids and my man is out working. Like no, we both gonna be out here working, because I'm not no stay at home. You're not gonna put me up in the house. Like that's not me. But if that's you, do you boo. Do you boo, but that ain't me. So it's like independence to a level. Like I still wanna have my own, I'm gonna have my own money, my own bank account, like my own like. Because what if you leave me too? Like, my man ain't about to leave me and I'm just ass out. I don't know how to do nothing. I ain't got no skills. I ain't got no money. Just, like, no. We ain't even gonna play like that. But living alone in my 20s, I didn't even live, I haven't lived alone because like I said, I had roommates. Living alone kind of started when I moved to Houston in May. The end of May. I moved into my apartment that I'm in right now, and y'all, I love it. I love it so much. If you are a girl in your 20s and you have not lived alone yet, babe, do it. But I am gonna say, if you are young, like in your early 20s, maybe 18, 19, if you can stay with your parents, stay with them. Do not move out. Don't try to grow up too fast, because that's what I did. That's what I did. And I do have some type of regret on it, because I feel like I could have definitely stabilized myself a lot faster and easier and everything if I did just stay with my parents a little bit more. But me, the type of person I am, I do like my alone time. I do feel like I need to be in my mental space a lot, and I want to do what I want to do. And like, not saying I can't do what I want to do as a grown adult in my mom's house, but I was raised to be respectful, so I'm gonna be respectful of my mom in her house. Everything I do in mom's house, I can't do in my house. So like, I'd rather just have my own spot. But it's just like, it does have some pros to living with your mom at a young age, so that way you don't have to carry the load that you don't have to carry, and you can kind of just build yourself up in different ways and better ways, financially, physically, mentally, a lot easier. But I do feel like the mental part would be hard to build living with your mom, depending on, you know, y'all's relationship with your mom. Me and mom are like this. We have a great relationship. But still, I feel like the type of peace and like self-reflection you get when you're by yourself is different. And that's even just saying, like, from coming from roommates to now living by myself, I definitely see like why I needed to do this. Because like, even just being alone in this atmosphere, like just being to myself, I have uncovered so much stuff about myself that I didn't even know. Like, I have realized a lot about myself just within this, has it been like 6 months now? And not saying my friends get in the way, but sometimes, you know, living with your friends is a distraction. You know, like, they may want to come in and watch a movie with you, but you need to be doing something else, and you give in like, oh yeah, let's watch this movie. They may want to come in and say, oh, let's get drunk. Like, okay, yeah, let's make memories, like, let's have fun. But sometimes friends can be a distraction. They can. I think friends can be a distraction. Even though I love my friends to death. Like, I love y'all. I love their company. But it's like, sometimes you gotta just put my foot down. Like, okay, like, y'all, like, for real, I really need to, like, we gotta do this for real. Like, we can't be distracted. Like, we just can't. And even like, if you got the friends that you work with and do stuff together with, like, that's productive, it's like, okay, but still you need to uncover some things by yourself that you can't do with this person around. And y'all, the reason why I moved to Houston is because God told me to move to Houston. I'm not even gonna go too much into that, but like, literally God told me to move here, and I did. And I see why he did, because he brought me into a season of self-isolation that I know that I needed. It was battles, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was going through some battles. Like, spiritual warfare was so crazy. If you went through spiritual warfare, woo! If you went through spiritual warfare, I salute you, because like, literally, that is no joke. I've been going through it this year. Like, the way my pull has been literally within this 6 months to be closer to God has been crazy. But it's like a good crazy, but it has been driving me crazy at the same time. It was a lot, but it was a needed. Like, this year I did accomplish a lot of stuff that I wanted to accomplish. I got some new opportunities that has been given to me and everything, but a lot of the times mentally this year, I will be honest with y'all and tell y'all, I was struggling mentally this year. I was. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. First moving into my apartment by myself, living in my 20s, I was struggling mentally. But then there was also times where I was thriving mentally from being alone. But then I was also just kind of just like, I wouldn't say depressed, because I personally don't think I've ever been depressed. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I just know that I was just feeling down at times. I was feeling overwhelmed at times. I was feeling these things. It was also because I feel like I was battling a lot within myself that I kind of needed to battle. But now I feel like I came out better in the end from knowing these things, and to just getting a lot closer to God. Like, one of the best things I could have did this year was to get close to God. Honest to God. So living in my alone definitely pushed me there. It did. But the things also about living alone, if you are a person who wants to live alone in your 20s, like, yes, you need to have financials, because babe, it's not cheap. This is the first year I literally didn't have to split anything. Like, I'm not splitting rent, I'm not splitting utilities, I'm not splitting Wi-Fi, I'm not splitting all of these bills. I'm not splitting nothing. So all of it's on me. Now, mind you, the reason why I'm able to even pay my bills and do all this is because I have multiple incomes. Like, literally, if you are a girl who wants to do stuff, regardless, even if you're not even living by yourself, you need to have multiple incomes. Like, babe, for real. If you just have one job or one business or whatever, yeah, that's cool. Congratulations. But you need to turn it up. You need to at least have 2 sources of income. I'm not even lying. Like, I at least have like 5, because of the way that you know, the lifestyle that I want to live and everything is adding up to about that. It's being to that many. But low-key, I might need 10 with this lifestyle I really have in my head. But honestly, you guys, like, I feel like if you haven't found a way to put your money on autopilot to make money in your sleep, you need to literally figure that out. I might do another video, like, even like just kind of trying to help y'all to be able to do stuff like that, because like literally that has changed my life for the best. Having multiple incomes has literally saved me so many times, and that's the reason why I'm even able to live on my own in my 20s, is because of having multiple incomes and passive incomes at that. Like some of them are not passive, some of them are passive, but my goal honestly is to get all of my incomes to passive, so I literally don't have to do shit. That's my life goal, to not do shit and just have money just coming into my bank account. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. So yeah, if you want to do that, you definitely need to make sure that you can stabilize something. I have not been consistent, which is my downfall. So if you're going to do something, make sure that you're staying consistent at it. Don't give up, even, you know, in the tough times, even when you feel like the world is falling beneath you and you can't even grasp it anymore. Like, just keep going. I promise you it's going to be so worth it, because I literally stopped. I started a YouTube channel in 2018. If I would have kept going, y'all, hold on. If I would have kept going, we would have been on to something. Ooh, we would have been on to something. So like, I'm here to tell you right now, like, whatever your dreams, your ambitions are, like, chase after them, because it is possible. And I am a testimony so far, and I'm not even all the way there. So yeah. And I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit of tips too, because I know a lot of people probably have like problems with like saving and budgeting. Personally, the way that I do it, hold on, I wanted to show y'all, but personally, the way that I like to budget and stuff like that, it helps me. I'm more of a cash person, type of saver. I don't know if y'all are. I know some people like to have savings accounts, but me personally, I'm a cash person. So I do have this little budget binder right here. It's super cute. It's super cute. My friend actually had a business making them, and she made it for me. Literally, it's just like a budget binder. So like literally, like, I have like a slot for like my bills, my travel, my tithes, my offerings, like tithes and everything in here basically. So I just put money in here, and then I just take it out as I want to use it, whenever I get like cash, or I just go to the bank whenever like money comes into my bank account. I'm just gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna take it out in cash, and I'm gonna put it in my budget binder, so that way I know what to spend and I know what not to spend. So that has been a big thing for me, because I feel like one thing about being independent is that if you want to be independent, that comes with structure. At least in my eyes, like, independence is not only just like, okay, I can do this, I can do bad all by myself. Like, that's not what just independence. So I feel like when you have structure and organization, and like you just kind of have like a little flawless system for yourself, that's real independence, because you really grasp the whole like concept of how to just make yourself thrive in like a peaceful way. And this is peaceful way for me, because when things are kind of like unorganized, okay, so like, you know how like when they say like if your house is a mess, then your mind is a mess too. It's like the same thing. I feel like if you're not structured and with the imbalance within yourself, and that comes within your financials too, then you're not going to be okay or be your best self up here. So literally, this is how I keep myself. And also, like, even like another little tactic I've been working on, I'm not great at it, which is why the cash thing works for me, but I normally have my bank account, and I don't let my bank account go past like a certain number. So like, for example, if you want to say, I always want to keep $1,000 in my account at all time, so you have like a little like a gap. Say that you don't want to let your account fall below $1,000, then it's like, okay, if you have $1,500 in your account, then basically all you have is $500 in your account to spend. $1,000 is basically not there. You're not supposed to see it. But some people, you know, they have a hard time and like not seeing it. Like when it's there, you just like, oh, I want to spend it. Like, you know, because I have definitely had my moments like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have had those moments where I'm like, oh, I see money in my account, like, oh, let me go do this. That's why like me taking my money out in cash and putting it away helps me. But also, like, if you guys want to get like a little savings account too, you can do that too, and then put the money in your savings account so you don't see it if it's too much to have it inside of your account. But I also did learn that it's really good to keep some money in your bank account, because like it looks good with banks and stuff. When you have a status and you hold money in your account, then it looks good on them and you build a better relationship with your bank. So that's a good thing about having that. But if you really just can't do it, then take the money out or put it in a savings account. I'm personally not a savings account type of person. I like cash, and I like to store money in other places that's not a savings account. But we could talk about that other times, like other places, you know. So yeah, I feel like being independent comes with like being structured all around. And then even like, okay, that's just being structured within your financials, but just being structured within like your mental as well. Like for me, being structured in my mentals is going to the gym, doing my Bible study. I literally have a time, well, I wake up around like 8 a.m. ish, depending on what I have to do. Sometimes 7 a.m. But the first thing I do is I do my Bible study before I start my day. That's my routine. So like coming up with a routine for myself helps me to stay grounded mentally. And that helps me to keep my relationship with the big man up there, and to kind of just ease myself and to make my days go as smoothly as possible without like being like chaotic and just frustrated and mad at the world, or, you know, it helps you to stay grounded. Like even when there's something bad that happens, you'll be like, okay, I'm still having a good day though. I'm gonna still go on. You know, like those things that make you feel like that. So, and going to the gym, I like to meditate in the gym too. It just helps me to just like calm myself as well. For you, that could be reading a book. It could be writing in a journal, doing yoga. Like you can literally do so many things to help your mental stay afloat. But I feel like that's all a part of being independent, because you're keeping your whole self afloat, so that way you can keep moving as the independent woman in a healthy way and not in a non-healthy way. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. And then physical, I feel like physical is really just gym to me. Like that's how I think about my physical, is well just gym, and then also eating. The things that you put into your body, it matters. Now, a lot of people is like, okay, whatever, like I'm a big foodie, so I be messing up a lot because I love food, like, and I love to cook. So like, because I love to cook, so I be on TikTok seeing them cook this and that, and it be looking so good, but it be so unhealthy, but I'm just craving it, and I'm just indulging in it anyway because it just looks so fun to cook and it just looks so good. But realizing that sometimes, okay, you need to cut it out. You need to start eating cleaner, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, drink your juices like that you need to drink, that's not with all that sugar in it, because like it will make you feel so much lighter. Like when I literally take care of myself, like with eating better, I literally feel so much better. Like you feel cleaner. You don't feel like stuff is weighing you down. You don't feel tired. Like you really do feel better. Like I promise you feel better, and you'll be able to move like way better. It's like literally, these are things that have literally helped me to stay as an independent woman without all of the hecticness. But yeah, I feel like I'm talking a lot. Okay, y'all, so let's talk about dating and relationships now. So literally, okay, to be fully transparent with y'all, I have never had a boyfriend in my entire life. Okay, I kind of lied a little bit. I had like boyfriends when I was like younger and like middle school and stuff, but that was just like, oh, you want to be my girlfriend? Like check yes or no. Like that wasn't real. Come on now. I did have one boyfriend. I had one boyfriend in high school that I would say I could potentially count as my boyfriend. But looking back at it, I feel like I was just like, it was like puppy love. Like it wasn't real. Like I literally had to hide him from my mom, because like we were together when I was 15, but I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend until I was 16. But so I couldn't tell her like until literally on my 16th birthday, like she met him and I told him I have a boyfriend. I told her I have a boyfriend, you know? So it was just like, it was like a little in-school relationship. Like if we went out somewhere and my mama had to drop us off, like when he came over, my mama had to like we'll be out in the living room, like it was supervised. Like of course, as a, you know, young kid it should be, that's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of parents, like believe it or not, a lot of people I knew that was my age, their parents didn't care. Like, you know, the girls I knew, you know, was having sex, doing this and that, like me, oh no, I was not doing none of that, because my mama wasn't having none of that. But I didn't even want to do none of that. Like I was like, ew, like I literally told my boyfriend in high school, like I'm going to California, so like, you know, whatever happens with us, what happens, but I'm out of here. That's the type of vibes I was on. Like, I was not playing no games. So I feel like if I had to count one boyfriend, he would be it. But it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. But I have had people that I have talked to seriously, but it has never became like an official thing where I'm like, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. You know? It has never became that type of thing. It has never got that far. And a lot of the reason why I haven't got that far is because personally I didn't want it to go that far. When I was talking to people, like, it was men who was asking me to be their girlfriend, all this and that. But I'm like, no, like, I generally, like, I would literally be the type of person, like, before I even start talking to somebody, I'm like, look, I don't want this to turn into nothing. Like, we just chilling. Like, is you okay with that? Like, I literally make sure that he's okay with that, because don't come falling in love with me when I just told you what it was. And now I'm the bad person because, like, you know, I don't like you like that, and you feeling like I just broke your heart, but I already told you what it was from the beginning. That's the type of person I was. I was really like, I was like the man, for real. Like, I was the man. Yo, it was too funny. So yeah, that's how I was coming. I was coming trim just like that. So I didn't want one because I've always been like this focused person. Like, I literally was so focused. Like, I knew what I wanted and I was going after it. And I felt like men and boys were like a distraction. Like, you know, just growing up more and then finally finding a boy that I really, really did like, and then he hurt my feelings. I'm like, dang, like, that's what it feels like. And I'm like, okay, now I want to fall in love. Like, now I want to find me a man who's going to treat me right, who's going to do right by me, who's going to, you know, love me. Like, that's the kind of where the space I am now. Especially because, like, I'm 25, by the way. 25, and to have never been in a relationship is kind of crazy to me. And I feel like that's a huge red flag. And I don't really think it's me, though. In the past, it was me because I generally just didn't want to be with them. But, like, now I feel like I have literally been letting myself be open sometimes to men, and they kind of just been breaking my heart now. Like, these men have just been tearing my heart out and stumping it. I'm like, is that karma for what I did to people in the past? Like, people just have not been giving what I want to give. Like, right now I have set certain standards for myself, and I'm gonna tell you right now, to me, it's okay to set standards for yourself, because a lot of these boys out here, I'm calling them boys because that's what they are. A lot of these men, that they really are boys. Like, they don't really act like men. And I feel like as a boy, especially if you're about 25, you're really like 22. If you're like 22, you're really like 18. Like, I don't know, like, we just don't be here. Like, men and women sometimes, like, we just don't be here, and I'm pretty sure y'all can agree with that. So it's just like, it's kind of a struggle, and it's kind of hard to kind of just like find a great man that kind of checks off your boxes. I understand people have flaws or whatever, but, you know, like, majority of my boxes, like, I need you to check it off, because, like, that's what I want, and that's what I need to feed my love languages. I feel like if somebody's not interested in knowing, like, what makes me feel good, what makes me, you know, want to love you, or it makes me feel loved, like, you know, like, I feel like if you're interested in me, you should want to know those things. And a lot of men don't really care. They just want the freaking cookie. But you're not gonna get the cookie, you know? So, like, I feel like I just have certain expectations of a man. And it's not even just like, okay, you have to make X amount of money, you have to be able to buy me expensive things. Like, no, like, you don't. It's really just like the little things that count. It's the thought that counts. But a lot of men don't really understand that. And communication has been a big thing for me. Like, communication, I have met so many men who are terrible with communication. Like, I literally can't take it. I'll literally pull my hair out. That's like my #1 pet peeve, communication. When you can't communicate and actually just have a adult conversation too, or you just kind of just like lacking on me, texting me every 2 days or whatever the case may be, when you just feeling like, if I feel like I have to beg for your attention, or I feel like I'm literally texting you first or whatever all the time, like, no, I'm not the type of person. I will literally move on so quick. It's okay. And it's okay. I will literally move on so quick and be no problem. Like, I literally say, I'll be the best ex-girlfriend ever. I'll be the best person that you could leave, because I do not care. I will go happily. I'm not playing. I don't have time to play with people. Like, no, it's okay. Deuces. But yeah, no, I'm not playing. Especially like this year, I have set some things for myself where it's like, okay, I do require things out of a man. Like in the past, I would just let men come over. Like, okay, like what you doing? Like, oh, let's chill. Like, let's chill, let's smoke. Like, that was cool. But like now it's like, no, I'm too grown. No, you cannot come over. No, you're not coming to my house. No, you cannot get in my bed. No, you cannot eat my food. Take me out. And a lot of men don't know how to take women on dates anymore. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like literally the bare minimum has like went down here. Like literally, I actually have an Instagram post that I had made that went kind of viral, like talking about like I'm not accepting the bare minimum no more. What did I say? I'm gonna go to it because I literally can't remember what the freaking post said. But it actually hit like 3 million views. I wish they would follow me. But it says, sorry, not sorry, but I'm over tolerating the bare minimum. I love flowers, going on dates, reassurance, and being handled with care. And a lot of people was in the comments like commenting and talking about like, babe, like that is the bare minimum. And I'm like, exactly. And that's so sad because a lot of women, including myself, have not even experienced just like the bare minimum. Like we haven't. I have never really experienced like a man like just going out his way and thinking about me and getting me flowers, or you know, just doing little nice things, finding my little candy in the store that I like. He knows I like this, so he goes and he gets it. Like just being like handled with love and just like embody, you know, like just making you feel more womanly than you already are. Like I feel like these men be making me act like a man. Like you make me have to act like a man. So it's just like the dating era right now in 2023 is piss poor, and it's tragic. It's very tragic. It's very tragic. So yeah, I feel like I'm just at a point right now where I don't care like if I'm single. I'm not tolerating, or just I'm not gonna settle for somebody because I just feel like I just want a man right now. Like no, I know what I want out of my man. And my man, he doesn't even have to be perfect. If you want to grow with me and everything, like that's fine. Like let's grow together, let's build together, let's do whatever. I'm all for that. But like don't think you're just about to come in here and just like be everywhere. Like no, like you need to treat me with some respect, because I would do the same. I would do the same for you. You take care of me, I take care of you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, type thing, you know. But that's just how I feel. I feel like this is where like the 50-50 conversation comes in. People are talking about, I'm not about to talk about the 50-50 conversation though. Maybe on another video. Yeah. So that's where my standpoint is, kind of like with dating and relationships. I feel like that's just how it has to be. Like that's what I expect from a man. I feel like these men out here is kind of just trash. But I feel like the men also think that the females are trash. So I feel like we kind of just like at war with each other right now. Like the men is hating the women is hating the men. It's like, when will we ever find peace within each other? Like we got to be the next generation. We got to have kids. We got to get married and continue on. But the way everybody acted, we too stubborn. And social media got everybody mind messed up right now. Like where they just thinking all different types of ways. Like social media really do have a lot of people's minds messed up right now from like what's reality and what's not. Like, you know, I'm social media influenced and I have my YouTube channel. I'm on social media a lot, but that does not mean that I don't understand what's real and what's not. Come on now. But yeah, I do think that my husband is somewhere in Texas. I feel like that's why God sent me here too. So I'm waiting for him patiently to come to me. As of right now, I am kind of talking to somebody right now. I'm not going into detail about that or nothing like that, because that's one part of my life that I will not tell y'all about right now. Or maybe even, I don't know. I would never. Not until I'm married and we is walking down the aisle. I swear I would never reveal my man or nothing to social media. Like it will be ruined just by that. Like no, it's cool. So when I do find my husband, y'all may or may not know about him, because I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if I could take it. But yeah, I want to be treated better. To end off this video, I'm gonna just say, like, when I go into this new year, like, I'm coming a different type of different. Like, I really am expecting like so much more out of myself. I'm being this independent woman, but like this healthy independent woman going in there. I'm standing on big business with these men, with my life, with how I want to see things, with my mental, with my physical, with my financials. Like, we need to stand on business as women, because like literally we have to do it. I literally saw this post that was like, I never understood why women have to work so hard, but it's like we literally do, just to claim our spot. You know, men, like, yeah, they are the ones who are supposed to work hard. But I feel like a lot of women, we kind of have to work hard when we're not even really the ones that's supposed to be even working this hard, if you get what I'm saying. But in 2024, we need to stand on business, and we need to get everything together. We need to grow into these women that we want to be and flourish. We need to make our vision boards and actually execute on them. We need to actually execute them. We don't need to just make vision boards and let them sit there, but actually try to execute the things that are on there and live and love life and live with peace is what I'm on. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this little talk. I want to do this more. I think I'm probably gonna do, I don't know when I'm gonna do each episode or time frames or anything like that, so just look out for the next video for episode number 2. But I hope that y'all enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you like and comment on this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe as well so you can stay up to date on when I do post more. And also, like, if you did like this video, like, comment down in the comment section and let me know like some topics that y'all want to talk about, because I'm definitely open to talking about a lot of different things, because I have a lot of things to say, and I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to give and stuff too as well. So I feel like I want to be of value to you guys. Like, I don't want to just be posting just like meaningless stuff all the time. I definitely want to be of value to you guys. So if you definitely like this video, make sure that you comment down and tell me what you want to talk about, girls. And next time I will have the wine. I'm not coming unprepared. Y'all won't catch me slipping again. Promise. But yeah, y'all have a great day, and I gotta get ready for this birthday dinner right now. But bye.